So we're about to finish our study abroad year at ANU, so we're going to do a tour of our accommodation. We've been staying at Wamburun Hall. This is the outside of it, featuring a tide wheel. Then you go in here, and there's reception. Then up through here, there's stairs and a lift. This is one of the lifts. There's 5 floors. We was on the first floor. I'm on the 3rd floor, which is lovely. We're gonna go show you the kitchen now. It's massive. It's a really weird kitchen. So instead of like flat kitchens, there's like one kitchen for the whole building. Okay, there's also washing machines. Doing it at like 8 AM because I thought it'd be really quiet, but there's actually people in here. Okay, this is the kitchen. It's like huge. This is my cooking area. Each level has a different cooking area. They do look kind of small, and they are if you cook at like a busy time, but we normally try and cook at like lunch or something, so it's quieter. You get a locker each. This is my locker. And then, as you can see, very clean. And there's just a range of kitchen stuff. You also get a tiny fridge space and freezer space too. This is mine. Will has favourite cookies, but they're not there. Around here, it's like, what's this called? The aviary. There's a big crow, because Wamburun's crow themed. Table tennis. No balls.
Actually a trick.
Oh, sorry. Oh, a coffee machine, yeah. We're going all the way around. I've never actually been around it myself. So this is the outside of Wamburun. It's absolutely freezing because it's now winter, which we're not used to. But we're going to go show you the computer and like the games room there, and then we'll do a tour of outside too. And here, computers and a printer. I did only find out about 2 days ago that there's a printer in the building, which would have been handy to know. Will's going to show you his pool skills. Oh, and he missed. To be honest, I don't really get in here either. There's a football table over there. Oh, there's a piano, no way. This is the outside of Wamburun. It's like a little U-shape. Well, actually quite a big U-shape.
Hammocks?
Yeah, we'll go over to them. There's hammocks over there. They're really good in summer. We like them. We sat in them quite a lot. Will's room is up here. Mine is up there. My old one last year was on there and Will was over here. There's also 4 stairs in the building. So there's one over there, one there, and one at the end there, which is quite handy because it's a massive building, and especially if you're at the end of Long Wing, like I am, it's a long walk round to the kitchen, so it's good being able to cut across. But you can only cut across one way, which is less helpful.
But the doors are not always open.
It also goes down there.
Welcome to my crib.
He tidied it for the vlog.
Hang on, let me move a bit.
This is his room, representing Bristol City.
Bristol City.
Did you prefer your room this year or last year?
Ooh, This year is better because it's got all the hooks and stuff, which I didn't have last semester.
Yeah, someone left them.
So yeah, so that was nice. Like I've got one here as well. But then
I'd say your
last
room
semester-
relocation last semester was better.
yeah, because I was right by the kitchen. I was at the end of level 2.
The hallways are also kind of long, so if your room's at the end of long wing, I mean it's not far, I'm being dramatic, but like it feels like far when you're doing it all the time. So there's toilets over here, and then toilets around that corner. So there's 2 sets of toilets and showers on long wing, and then on short wing there's 1 set of toilets and showers. This is my room. So we're going to give you a proper room tour in here. The wardrobe's actually got good space. Got room at the top, put your suitcase up there, and then this wire rack came, which is very helpful. I put some hooks in the side of the door. There's also a mirror, it's helpful. And then this side is the sink. I've got a little stand, and then also there's a cupboard, which is handy for all, like your food and stuff. And then in the bottom here, there's a little fridge. This is handy because then you don't have to eat in the kitchen all the time. You can like have breakfast and lunch in here. This is the desk area. I put photos up because I think they're cute. And then there's all this storage. I brought all my cards from home, like my leaving cards, and then I also got Christmas and birthday cards. So I put them up there because it's kind of like good decoration and it doesn't take up room in my suitcase to get home. This is my bed. Got a like plant stand as a bedside table. Sizzling jam. And then this is outside. The fairy lights look cute in the night. This is outside, my view out the window. Being this side is really good because I don't get the sun in my room, so it's less hot, because especially in the summer it's like boiling without the sun in the room. There is fan up here, but not gonna lie, it's not very helpful. There's also study rooms and common rooms on each level. We're going up to the nest, which is like a cafe, social space on the 5th floor. We were both hoping for rooms on the 5th floor, but we didn't get them. There's lots of
We did have
photos.
photos in the year, but they disappeared.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it went. Well, this is the nest. That's the nest, and I'm not going to show you because there's someone in there. This is the outside. There's lots of trees. So this is the reception area. You can go down there, cut across to campus. This is Black Mountain and the Telstra Tower up there. We've walked up there once when we first started here. It's quite cool, but it's quite scenic. You can see all the mountains in the distance. So that is the end of the Wamburun tour. Overall, I'd say Wamburun's been quite good to live at. It's very different to UK accommodation, like completely polar opposite. When I got here, I was terrified to use the kitchen. So the rooms are quite good as well. Obviously good that you have TVs, a double bed and a fridge, but the only thing to note is there are single rooms in Wamburun, so the corner rooms I didn't know existed. So I came here expecting to get a double bedroom, and in my first semester last year I had a corner room, a single room, which I was very disappointed about, and they wouldn't let me move rooms, which was annoying, especially because it's a smaller room obviously with a single bed, and it's the same cost as the double rooms. This is the door. This is my food cupboard. The essentials obviously. Then like a little sink area, and then there's a fridge in here. Then this is the wardrobe. It's actually quite a decent sized wardrobe. My drink collection up there. And this is the bed. And then I've got all my good luck cards and Polaroids up there. Some fairy lights. This is the view out my window, so that's another accommodation over there. I can see the washing lines. Then the kitchen's over there. It's got a TV. And I put lots of photos up here. And then that's the rest of it. Wamburun is like a 10-minute walk from the centre of campus, and then maybe like a 30-minute walk into the city. The ANU as a whole, I think the teaching is a lot better here than it is at the Uni of Sussex. It's structured a lot better, like the exams, there's a lot more exams, but they're worth less. So you can basically do better. The teaching year is different to the UK. So like obviously in the UK it's like September to June, whereas here it's February to November. Both semesters is 6 weeks of teaching, a 2-week break, and then 6 weeks of teaching, a week off and 2 weeks of exams. So it's a lot better structure, it's a bit more consistent, and also the 2-week break is really good because you can go on holiday. I've been lucky enough to go to like Bali and New Zealand, and I think it's just a great time to go to them because you're so much closer. The flight's obviously so much cheaper. To Bali it was a 6-hour flight, and to New Zealand it's a 3-hour flight. The 3-month break over Christmas is actually their summer, which is perfect like if you want to go travelling, or like it's a long enough break that it's like worth it going home if you wanted to. Over the Christmas break I stayed in Australia the whole time, and I did a trip up the East Coast with my adventure project, and that was like amazing. Like I made some really good friends on that. I loved it. I really enjoyed Byron Bay at Christmas. Fraser Island was really good, and I think Cairns itself I didn't really like, but like the activities you could do there, like all the snorkeling in the islands, was like so much fun. I really enjoyed that. And then my parents came out to visit as well, so we did the rest of Australia, like Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne and Tasmania. All the accommodations here, like in comparison to the UK at least, they all like do events, so they're quite social. So at the beginning of each semester they held like a freshers week, and they put on like loads of events, especially because like I joined in the middle of their academic year. It was good having events like that because like it was easier to meet people. So when I found out I got into ANU, obviously I was really excited because it was Australia and that was like the main thing, but Canberra wasn't my top choice because obviously it's not by the beach. There is stuff to do in Canberra, just not as much as if you were in like Sydney or Melbourne. There's like Parliament House, the lake's really nice, and also when I was applying at least for unis, this was the only uni in Australia that like guaranteed me student accommodation. The weather like over the summer is really good, but like it does get colder in the winter just because it is in the mountains. Currently outside it is 2 degrees, which is cold, but just generally like the weather has been lovely. Like it's in the last few weeks is when the temperatures really dropped. So when I got here in July it was cold, but sort of by I'd say the end of August, early September, to me it started to feel warm because obviously the UK is like cold all year round. The UV is incredible. It's like goes up to like 12, 13. I can't believe I move out of Wamburun a week tomorrow. It's actually crazy. It's gone so quickly, and I am ready to leave. Like I think I'm just waiting to leave now, but also I know once I leave I'm gonna be like, oh, I wish I could go back to Wamburun. It's gonna be so weird knowing that I'm not probably ever gonna come back here, and I think if I come back to Canberra it's not gonna be for a long time, which is really strange to think about, but I've had the most incredible time. But yeah, I hope future me enjoys watching this back.